Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is in your world. My name's Terry Hamill. I'm going to tell you a story. I want to give you an update of what's been happening in my health. So I've had a pretty interesting roller coaster in the last couple of months. So the story is, first of all, this video is about gratitude and how grateful I am to have be surrounded by people that are phenomenal. The medical care here is incredible. So let me tell you what happened. Back in May, I had some pains in my groin and my abdomen, my stomach area, and it didn't quite feel right. So we have a doctor here in Carcavelos where I live called Carlos Azevedo, and I visited him and he examined me and he said, "Look, let's just be clear and go and have a ultrasound scan and then an MRI scan and find out what's going on." So at that time we had no idea what was happening, just the fact that I was in pain. So that was the 24th of May that I had the ultrasound. It was the ultrasound inside Cascais Shopping, Joachim Chavs, and the lady who did the ultrasound said instantly, "I can see exactly what's happening. You have a lesion inside your bladder." I said, "Okay." And I asked her, I said, "Is it likely it's cancer?" She said, "It's very likely it's cancer." I said, "Wow." So, you know, the thought of cancer, my mother died of cancer, so many people around us died of cancer. My wife's father died of cancer. So there's so much fear of the word itself. So on the Monday, that was on the Friday, on the Monday, the 27th of May, I went back to see the doctor and he said, "Okay, you need to see a urologist. So let's go." Okay. So he took me to reception. Within an hour, I'm in front of Dr. Antonio Bastos, who's the urologist and surgeon, Joachim Chavs in Carcavelos. So within an hour of announcing that this had happened, I was literally in front of him, which again, I'm grateful for the speed of care that happens in Portugal. And then he said, "This is urgent. I need to see you tomorrow morning. We're going to do a camera in the bladder and have a little look and see what's happening inside the bladder." So they did the exam in the morning. I got to tell you, it wasn't one of the best things in the world to have a camera inserted there, but hey, that's life. And he verified that there was, in fact, a tumor in there, and he wanted to see exactly what he could do to remove it. So he did say that my bladder had good capacity and that he wanted to do the surgery to remove what's in the inside and perhaps some part of the bladder wall. So he did that on the 17th of June. I was there. I was supposed to be 2 nights in hospital, but in fact, after 24 hours, I was fine. The surgery went well, everything went well, and the pain is still there. So every day I have pain. I have pain in the groin. Sometimes I have pain when I go to the toilet. So the pain is still there. The objective was to send the tumor via biopsy to find out, if it's cancer or not, because we didn't know at that point whether it's actually cancer or not. So, and it took a while to come back. It took a while to come back because they wanted to verify it because it's a very rare condition of cancer. Typically, has to be something rare of cancer. Can't be the normal standard cancer. So the cancer that they identified was called Urachal. So the urachal is a cancer that's inside the umbilical cord, parts of the umbilical cord, and it attaches itself inside the tube from the belly button. And for my one, in fact, actually what's happened is it's attached itself to my bladder. So there's a tumor length about this and there's some cancer inside, and that has attached myself to the bladder. So the second surgery that I have tomorrow is to remove the entire piece. So they're going to cut me open. There'll be open surgery and they're going to take my from the belly button all the way down, and he's going to take a V section of the bladder. So that happens tomorrow, 6 o'clock at night, Monday the 2nd of September. And of course, I'm nervous about it because it's major surgery, and you never know what's going to happen with these things. Um, So he's going to take it all out, and I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be, I tell you what, one thing it'll do, it'll change my perspective on life, and I took a note about the things that I learned. Um, if you help enough people around you, then the world will bring you good fortune. And I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky to have so many great people. My business partners are helping me, giving me time and space. Franchisees that I've got to give me time and space, and the outpouring of love that I have from the close friends and family that know about this. I've tried to do a mental positive update every 2 or 3 days of what's happening and things like that. So it's been a great way of communicating that. And I wanted to do this by video. And Susanna will send this out to all the members of BNI in Portugal. And the other thing that I've learned is that if you invest in your health and catch these things early, it can save your life, because so many times you don't have good healthcare around, or you don't have the speed of care, or as a typical man, you think that's okay. I just have a few pains here. I'll go away and I'll take a brufen. Well, I've been taking brufen almost every day, and sometimes twice a day, just to get rid of it. So it's not good enough to deal with that. You need to deal with the symptom. And I'm extremely grateful to Portugal to be so efficient, because we chose to invest in private medical care here. And it's been unbelievable. The speed, the care has been incredible. We even took a second opinion to the Champalimo Foundation, and they said, stay where you are. This is a surgical thing, not necessarily just a cancer thing. So the care and attention here in Portugal has been absolutely world class. I'm really glad. My friends and family know what's going on, but I wanted you to know. I'll probably post this also on my LinkedIn and my social, because I see it as a positive thing. I don't see it as a disaster thing, and I'm not looking for sympathy. Of course, it's emotional. Of course, it changes your perception of your life and all these sort of things. But and this is the way I communicate. Anyway, I communicate with my arms open. I want to be totally transparent with people. And I have been distant lately. I've been distant from work. I haven't been visible there, and it's not every day that something like this happens to you. So I'm lucky and grateful that I have the time to do that. So we're at the point now where they are going to remove that cancer, which is so great. So, and they reckon it's going to be 2 to 3 months recovery, because they're going to open up the abdomen and take it all out and stuff like that. So I'll be pretty immobile. Although, of course, I'll be on my WhatsApps and communicating and things like that. So I'm lucky because I chose to live and work in Portugal. I'm lucky because our health system is fast. I'm lucky because they're medical experts. I'm lucky because it's not spread anywhere else. And someone said the harder you work, the luckier you get. I don't know if that's true. I just know that I'm grateful to have this removed and have a new appreciation for life. After the surgery, I've got 4 days in hospital. I'm going to re-envisage what's my life is going to be like for the next part of it, and what are the things that I regret that I never did, or I should have done better, or maybe I'm going to make some major decisions in my life. I really don't know, but let's get rid of this thing, take it the next step, and live, love, and laugh. One of my friends bought me a golf cap, and it said "Live, love, and laugh" on the side, and it was such a nice statement. I've been wearing that and hoping for great things for the future. I'm also really lucky because I married a beautiful woman called Elaine. So Elaine is not only a wife, but she's also doing the cancer awareness and everything that she knows about it. So she's been a rock by my side. So I'm really lucky. My kids are here, so they leave for university on Friday. So I have a chance to see them, and they're going to come probably in the hospital on Tuesday after the night time. The surgery's at 6 o'clock, so I'm going to probably have a 24 hour where I'm completely zoned out, and wake up a lighter man. Maybe I'll lose a little bit of weight. Maybe that's such a big thing. I also asked, while you're there, could you take a little weight off my stomach so I look nice and slim? And in fact, I've been looking after myself. And I've been eating well and drinking a lot of water and generally taking care of myself. And it's a good message, right? It's a good message. So, and I apologise if this has triggered stuff in other people, because cancer is a very, very common thing. But I wanted just to give you my view, how I am, what's going on, what's the plan, what's been happening, so that you can hear it from the horse's mouth. So here I am, right by the ocean in Carcavelos. The clinic is almost half a mile from the house, and they are brilliant. They're world class. A lesson for us all is that sometimes we're not grateful for the people that are working in those places. And I went from one department to the next department, to the ECGs, to blood tests, to this, to this, to this. So I think I always covered all the floors of Joachim Schaaf's and Carcavelos, and what a place! What a place! So I decided that I would go and buy everybody chocolates. So I bought bags of chocolates and give all the different desks, all the staff there, some chocolates as a way of thanking them. And also bought my surgeon a beautiful bottle of red wine, just as a way of thanks. And I said to him, I'm not thanking you again with another bottle of wine. This is the first time thing, but probably I'll get him another one because the surgery is pretty major. Champalamo said they've only seen this 3 times in their career. It's very rare. But the surgeon's had a lot of experience in that area because he's a urologist, so it's all good. So no need to reply or send messages. Of course, it's wonderful. I'm bombarded with messages, so this is not the reason for the video. The reason for the video is just to give you an update, just so that you know where I am and how proud and grateful I am that I'm living in Portugal. Some of my friends are still waiting for exams in other countries, and it's just the timing couldn't be better. So thank you to everybody that supported me. You know who you are. I've got a long list. It's so long, it's tough. It'll be a half-an-hour video. So I just want to say thank you so much, and I will communicate with you once everything's done. Over and out. See you soon. Terry Hamill.